the big bad LG back here at the Old Home Complete Cup number 4 here in Woodstock, New Brunswick. And we've got a man here that has also been on a major tear in the NBWA, none other than Big Dan McCullough.
Let's go Woodstock! Come on, I gotta hear it! Come on!
Big Dan McCullough has been in the wrestling scene for quite a short time here, but best be sure he has made a huge impact since coming here to the NBWA. And it all started off when he got my face in the Monster Mash Rumble and absolutely cheated when him and I did a 3-point stance in the Monster Mash Rumble, and he caught me off guard and took me off my feet and threw me out of the Monster Mash Rumble, costing me a shot at the NBWA Heavyweight Championship. But I gotta give the man a little bit of respect here. He's an incredible athlete, former Grey Cup winner. Dan McCullough has found a new home in professional wrestling. An intensity unlike no other. It is hard to match Dan McCullough's intensity in the ring right now, but I've got a man who's perfect for the job, and it's Scötley Crüe. Scötley Crüe, baby. And if there's a man who can take the air right out of Dan McCullough's wind, it's right here in Scötley Crüe. This guy, one half of crude oil, a former NBWA heavyweight champion in his own right, and a former NBWA tag team champion, former NBWA prestige champion. Scötley Crüe has done it all in the NBWA, and he's looking to take out this hot new youngcomer known as Dan McCullough and send him right back where he belongs, and that's coaching minor football in some crappy field at UNB in Fredericton, New Brunswick. When the dog treats come out, you better look out, because it's Scötley Crüe, and he's showing all his ladies a little bit of love here in the front row. He's giving all the dog treats out, baby. Oh, isn't this lovely? Isn't this lovely? There's no one more cocky, there's no one more confident, and there's no one more full of themselves than Scötley Crüe, and he's coming out to my favorite band, Kiss. I absolutely love it. And the disrespect to Dan McCullough throwing his shirt. Scötley Crüe, not a care in the world. This guy doesn't even have a dog, and he carries dog treats everywhere he goes. That's how much he hates the women here in this crowd in Woodstock. And Dan McCullough looking for a big statement victory here against a former multi-time champion in Scötley Crüe. And this is going to be one you're not going to want to take your eyes off the YouTube screen here, folks, because this is going to be hard-hitting, this is going to be fast, and this is going to be a banger. And it's been quite the natural progression here for Dan McCullough, jumping from football to professional wrestling. He's figured it out pretty quickly, and he's looking to make a big statement here tonight, defeating Scötley Crüe and move his way into a title picture here in the NBWA. Big clubbing shots here from Scötley Crüe. He is vicious, he is aggressive, and he likes beating people up. And another arm drag here from Big Dan McCullough. Scoop and a backbreaker to the former champion. Scötley Crüe is currently vying for that NBWA Heavyweight Championship from Rick Owens. Him and Rick Owens have been feuding for years now, and it's never ending at this point. These two aren't going to stop until one of them's buried in the ground. And the veteran experience here from Scötley Crüe is going to play a huge factor in this match as he outsmarts and outworks the big powerhouse, Dan McCullough, with a major shoulder tackle there, and he grabs the headlock once again. He's eager, he's fast, and he's not scared of a man the likes of Scötley Crüe. I know that for sure because he looked into the eyes of the big bad LG in the middle of that ring, and I tried my best to scare Dan McCullough, and he wasn't scared a bit, which is unusual for a guy of my stature. Shoots him off here, and another big shoulder tackle from Dan McCullough, and he's firing the crowd up. Scötley Crüe rolling out to take a breather. That's the veteran instinct coming into play right here. He knows he needs a second, he takes a second. Referee May yelling at Scötley Crüe to get back in the ring here. Scötley Crüe taking his time, taking as much as he needs, taking a breather, and another lock up here from the boys. Big right hand, another right hand from Scötley Crüe, and a third right hand to the jaw of Dan McCullough. Big clothesline. Adding insult to injury with the boots in the corner from Scötley Crüe. He's not taking his foot off the gas in more ways than one. Stepmare from Scötley Crüe. Grabs the hand and a drop kick. This could be it. Referee May down for the count. 1, 2, and 2. There we go. Scötley Crüe straddling the ropes as he grabs the neck of Big Dan McCullough. Scötley Crüe taking him out to no man's land here, where you gotta look out. If you're a newcomer like Dan McCullough, you want to stay away from the outside of the ring as much as possible, and a leg drop to the throat on the apron from Scötley Crüe. Kick out here from Big Dan McCullough. He's not going to give up that easy. If Dan McCullough wants to keep this streak alive, he's going to have to start taking it to Scötley Crüe. Big Irish whip here from Scott, and he runs in the corner. Scötley, boot to the face from Big Dan McCullough. He's coming back, and he sidesteps into a schoolboy here. Could this be it? No. Almost a 3 count here, and it could have been a big win for Dan McCullough. There's that 3-point stance that he illegally cheated and used against me in the Monster Mash Rumble. I wasn't ready, and he knew that, and he jumped first and caused me to look like a complete idiot. Calling for one more, and these fans here are into it. They want him to hit one more. And there it is! Emphatically. Picks him up here. A big sidewalk slam, and you can feel the floor shake on that one, folks. And that veteran presence coming into play once again. A thumb to the eye from Scötley Crüe, chopping the big man down. And a nice drop kick. Sent him halfway across the ring on that one. Scötley Crüe, one thing about him is he won't just beat you up, but he will talk trash at the same time while he's doing it. He's not scared to mix a few words in there. Michinoku driver into a side splash from Scötley Crüe. Is this it right here? Kick out from Dan McCullough. And hammers to the gut. The Scötley Crüe in a European uppercut to take the big man nearly off his feet. He's wobbling like Humpty Dumpty. Beautiful back elbow from Scötley Crüe. That got him off his feet. Tells referee May to get the heck out of his way so he can climb up here to the middle rope. Yelling at the children and drops the knee right on the chest of Big Dan McCullough. Kick out here. And once again, the veteran presence coming into play for Scötley Crüe. He's got the big man down. Might as well hold him down for a little bit longer. And Scötley Crüe needs to take his eyes off the fans here in the front row and stop jaw-jacking at them because Dan McCullough is getting to his feet and he's hitting him in the gut over and over. Atomic drop to Scötley Crüe. And a big scoop slam from Dan McCullough, and he's firing up this crowd here in Woodstock tonight. Another scoop slam from Big Dan McCullough, and he's gonna drop the elbow under the chest of Scötley Crüe. Leg drop. Is this it? Big upset here for Dan McCullough. No. At the last second, Scötley Crüe raised his shoulder up to break that count. And I can tell just by the look on Scötley Crüe's face, that chop did not feel good at all. Sends him off the ropes, and a big boot from the big man, Dan McCullough. He's going up here, folks. I don't know if I've seen this here yet from Dan McCullough. I don't know if he's added any aerial offense into his moveset, and there it is. Dan McCullough busted into his little proverbial bag of tricks here to try to catch Scötley Crüe off guard and pick up a huge victory here tonight. Another leg drop, and he misses. Scötley Crüe wisely rolls out of the way here at the last second. He's going for a scorpion death drop to the big man. Springboard splash. That's it. This is it. It's over. Oh! Referee May needs to speed up that count there because my head, that was a 3 count. Scötley Crüe just beat Dan McCullough. Scötley Crüe going up top with the Vader bomb and misses at the last second. Dan McCullough rolls in. And now Dan McCullough needs to take his shot here. There it is, the big shoulder tackles. He needs to keep on him if he wants to pull off a victory here tonight. He's firing him up. Kick to the gut. And there it is. I know what's coming here. The pump handle slam from Big Dan. Scötley Crüe, last second, gets his shoulder up. We were half a second away from a big upset here with Dan McCullough. Shoots him off here, goes for a clothesline, he slides underneath, hits the ropes, and a boom! Big boss man slam from Dan McCullough. Is that it? Oh my goodness! At the last second, Scötley Crüe kicked out. I could have swore that was 3. Dan McCullough picking him up again for that big power slam, and Scötley Crüe wisely slides behind and starts clubbing the back of his neck. Irish whip reversal here. Goes for a line, ducks it, slings behind. And a snap DDT from Scötley Crüe, the veteran presence in play once again. Is that going to be enough to take out Dan McCullough? Scötley Crüe going up top here. We don't see this very often from the former champion, but when he does, it's very, very emphatic. The money shot splash from Scötley Crüe. Oh my goodness. What's it gonna take to keep Dan McCullough on his back for a count of 3? Scötley Crüe's tried everything at this point. Big shots here from Scötley Crüe, staying on Dan McCullough very wisely. Leapfrog there and trips him up. And there it is, the big power slam from Dan McCullough. Is that gonna be it? Is he gonna beat Scötley Crüe? Oh my goodness! Dan McCullough with a huge victory here tonight in Woodstock at the Old Home Week Cup 4. Dan McCullough just defeated Scötley Crüe. I can't believe it. I'm starting to think that this isn't just a classic case of beginner's luck for Big Dan McCullough. This guy might be the real deal because he just pinned a former NBWA heavyweight champion right in the middle of that